I've been to church as long as I can remember, and I can maybe tell you 2 sermons that I recall from all those Sundays of being in church. But I could tell you hundreds and hundreds of stories. And so I think there's something that happens when we get into a story. And so this past 2 years I've been working on a book, and it finally came out. And so tonight what we're going to do is we're going to use stories from the book that I wrote, just little snippets, 3 to 5 minutes I'll be reading to you guys. And we're going to use these stories to think about what does it mean to be church. So as you're listening to the stories tonight, I want you to have that question kind of playing in the back of your mind of what does it mean to be church, and who are we, and who is God, and how is this crazy relationship thing supposed to work, and then we're supposed to go out, we're supposed to love the world, and what does that look like? And my hope is that tonight as I read from Tom's story, that hopefully you'll find something or somebody or a phrase that you connect with, and that you take with you tonight, and that you keep kind of mulling over and chewing on as you go. Charles was in his element. Nobody could keep up with him. With his legs flying every which way, he was an unstoppable ball of energy, the ringmaster. Powerful and humorous at the same time, he spun and pivoted perfectly to the beat, grinning the entire time like a clown. With his shirt tails pulled out and his bright green suspenders on full display, he was indeed a sight to behold, dancing without a care in the world in what must have been the ugliest polka-dotted tie ever made. I watched the scene unfold before me as if in slow motion. I could see the mob of people pulse with the beat. I felt them surge as the cascading notes drove them forward, pushing and prodding them. I watched flashy feet flitting about and sweaty hands slipping briefly only to be reunited after a quick rub on pleated pants. I saw ponytails whip around like helicopters and giant poodle skirts billowed out like colored cupcakes, hands clasped and caressed as the music moved from one song to the next, like one jumbled, endless song with Louie and Sarah and Ella and all the others, leading us into the sacred world of soul, swing, and jazz. It's the funniest thing to watch middle schoolers try and swing dance. Because guys don't know how to lead, and the girls are taller than most of the guys, and there's like this strange, well, what do I say? How do I reach out my hand? And, what's going to happen when we touch? There might be some explosion. But there's something about, there's some sort of vulnerability that happens when you stand up there and you put your hand out and you say, do you want to dance? Not well, but you want to dance with me? And really by dancing, I'm just going to stand here and I'm going to move and look at my feet. We're probably not going to talk, but there's something that happens in the dancing. And if you can make it through the first dance, you might get a second. And if you make it through the second, you might get a third, and you might actually begin to figure out the whole rhythm thing. You might not, and that's okay too. But I think it's a great picture for the Christian life. Are you sitting on the sidelines? Or are you willing to kind of put yourself out there and do something new? Do something crazy. Do something rebellious. Wear a hideous polka-dotted spiritual tie so everybody can see you. And don't all go buy Dan a bunch of ugly ties. I'm not recommending that.